We will review all the latest cryptocurrency news. The program lasts roughly an hour, give or take, and you can ring in with queries, remarks, and worries. We ascertain the current state of affairs and examine a few pricing charts to determine what's going on. Still, the market has been very dull, hasn't it? We are in the enormous chop range accumulation zones, so what we're looking at is rather flat. Jerky MCCHO, you can do as you choose, but the upward trend has not yet materialized. We do, however, know that Bitcoin will make a strong move to roughly 74,000, which will signal the upcoming push-ups. Here, we know that XRP deserves to be furious, not only for 66 cents, but for 75 cents as well, because that is what is coming. Many people believed it was inevitable and would occur sooner rather than later. But it appears as though it will occur. Later on, as we have already indicated, 2025 is still expected to be a banner year for all coins, yet, given the current state of Bitcoin values, 2025 is still expected to be a banner year for all coins. At $2,583, it is currently down 2% from where it was 24 hours ago. With a mean lean of 59 cents for XRP, it's down 2.67% from USDT and USDC, which are both coming in at 99 cents. People, it's been essentially holding this. It has decreased 1.6% during the last 24 hours, from 596 to 60C in the entire cryptocurrency market cap of $2 trillion to $1221 billion. Where will we travel next? From this point on, we're probably still going to chop. We're going to chop until the elections, in my opinion. As the elections get closer, I believe the markets will respond. This is especially true if you know that Trump will win. Given his position, the reactions will come in a big, forceful wave. We know that Heiner would have reached that point in the cryptocurrency space if Harris hadn't shown us that. On the other hand, she genuinely wants to promote Gary Heiner, which is bad news for everyone. Still, at least we'll have a new face in the SEC, so whatever. Rocky times ahead, that's all I have to say. However, Bitcoin 100K is declining this year. We recently received this article. There's not much of a morning Bitcoin metric signal. It claims that apparent demand has dropped as the excitement surrounding Bitcoin ETFs fades. The demand for Bitcoin has slowed down significantly since early April, according to on-chain data, even going into negative territory this month. Metrics like Bitcoin, even if some measures indicate that certain metrics are still strong for long-term investors, quant demand indicates negative growth, reflecting greater selling. Bitcoin is being amassed at unprecedented rates. The entire market capitalization of stablecoins, which reached a record high and indicated greater liquidity with previous price spikes. But as I previously stated, the growth in ETF inflows into large investor holdings has noticeably slowed down. If you could imagine for even a moment that the public sold off the top of these cryptocurrency markets to major institutions, you would be mistaken. It was coming for you, but it never happened and hardly ever will. What are they doing for a bit? For the institutions to stockpile, they are attempting to maintain prices as low as possible. This is because they know that in a few months, or perhaps 6 months to a year, these prices will never again be anything near where they are at this time. Since they won't be recognizable at all, what must the institutions do in the interim? They must make an effort to maintain it as low as possible so that they can purchase as much as they can before being able to. I'll tell you right now, when we hit the upper portion of the moon, every little piece will be dumped by them. As XRP rises, Bitcoin soars above 61,000. Leading gains in the top leagues, some claim investors anticipate market swings on Friday, when Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, is expected to speak it. According to the Jackson Hole, throughout the Asian trading days, Bitcoin was trading above 61,000, and traders were preparing for Jerome Powell made some excellent comments. Well, Bitcoin hasn't performed that well here. Solana is down, and XRP is down a little. Look, we have figured it out now, most likely. We saw a significant decrease in cryptocurrency about 3 weeks ago. Give it a crash, the dip, everyone went into a panic. Everyone became tense. A few even lost their cool on what they believed it to be. After 48 hours, we returned to our pre-dip levels. This is an intense emotional roller coaster, I can assure you. We call this ride the cryptocurrency, and it's simple to understand. You purchase the red, you sell the green. I'm telling you right now that this is a very, very simple game. The game is quite basic. All you need to do is manage your feelings. If I truly put this post into practice, you will be able to regulate your emotions, the state of the market, and the roller coaster we are currently riding. That is quite fascinating. Switzerland's financial institutions say to turn on instant payment systems. Switzerland's customers can now send and receive money in a matter of seconds. After quick payments were introduced to the market by banks and businesses. Currently, over 60 financial institutions are equipped to accept and handle immediate payments. Covers over 95% of retail payment transactions in Switzerland, but by the end of 2026, at the latest, all financial institutions involved in actual retail payment transactions will be accessible at this time. Look, we can already see this getting taken up and adopted. Which comes first? Quick payments have been made by, we've talked about it a bit, but we kind of forgot about it because we felt like we had drilled it into everyone's mind long enough for them to grasp. You are not going to get paid right now. The immediate payment comes first if you don't already have one. What do we perceive in this instance? As soon as the instant payment is operational, you will receive your quick payment. Currently, 60 financial institutions, or 95% of Swiss retail payment transactions, can accept instant payments. Accurate, you transfer them to the instant settlement. Folks, you cannot have an instant payment without the settlement, so that's where we're going as planned. The golden grail for ripples, according to Dilip Rouse, is to get them moving first for XRP over to the digital rails after they've made the transition. Nable at XRP isn't storing it, instead, they're just utilizing it in workflows. Once they realize that it functions, they hold XRP, which is the holy grail. It comes from Dilip himself, too. This is what these payments are showing us, people. Persuade them to switch to almost immediate real-time payments. As soon as they switch to real-time payments, you receive them. Everyone is unhappy over the video that they have been shouting about, which is about real-time settlements. Regarding it, I honestly have no idea why, but this is Raoul. Before we play for 58 seconds, let me give you a little overview of what I'm going to play for you. People are worrying for some bizarre reason because he talks down to XRP and ADA, even though I'm not sure whether it's truly a bad mouth. I'm not sure why, but once you finish listening to this, I'll show you something amusing. It's actually similar to TU Babel. Marketplaces about, perhaps you are correct. You may adore it. Please proceed with whatever powerful momentum there is, as I am aware of it, forever. Fear that when you come back in, this will be the big one. You'll receive a lot of notifications, but don't miss the bull market because you're living in the past and the communities are large. I don't want to face backlash from people on the internet for this, but I just feel like you're doing people a disservice by being in. We are mercenaries, our job is to make money, not to be a cult. I know it hurts people. When I say that there are a lot of, I sincerely hope you're right, but hope is, in this Cardano XRP, he's suddenly calling them ancient technology and ancient currency. People ought to be looking somewhere else. People, and they're all going crazy. This is not something to be concerned about. Do to recall that not nearly a year had passed since Raoul said that he was investing all of his money in XRP. He is placing a large wager on XRP due to his perception of its practical applications and vibrant community. However, there are some individuals they should stay away from. He urges them to stay away from it. He just told you that we should buy it and keep the price as low as possible so that he and all of his boys may enter. Folks, remember this in crypto. Informed you a few months ago that he was fully investing in XRP. Do you believe he sold all of his XRP? Where have we gone? Up 10%, 20% at most, or even 50%, you believe this guy sold anything he could find. This is happening, particularly because XRP is the only cryptocurrency in the US with complete governmental approval and because Ripple has been given permission to function and operate their company as it plans to function. Do you really think that this man has changed his mind about investing in XRP within the United States? He went from being all into selling and dumping it and looking the other way. He's not just trying to give you the old juke move, but in 6 months, when this thing starts to rise, I bet you'll be all over him praising XRP.